Today's video is going to discuss how to bring RSS feeds into your mobile app. There are a couple of ways that you can do this utilizing Snappy. You can create a tab for an RSS feed, or you can use an element, also known as a button. And we're going to walk through each of those options. The first option we're going to talk about is an RSS tab. We're going to bring that down here, literally by drag and drop, and it's going to open up some options for us to utilize. You can specify the URL that you specifically want to use. In this case, if I wanted to be able to map my RSS feed to my Snappy blog, I'm going to go out to the Snappy website page and click on the RSS feed. I can copy this feed, drop it into the URL box, and then hit apply. Now I can see as confirmation that I did in fact get the correct RSS feed to pull into my app. Right here I am looking at the most recent post from the Snappy blog. So this is a great way to confirm that you actually did pull in the feed that you wanted. Once you hit the save button right here and see that that save has in fact worked, you will be able to test this RSS feed directly on your smart device immediately after saving to ensure that it is in fact working. You have a few other options for the type of RSS feed that you can pull in. I specifically chose to pull in this first example, my blog. You could do this same thing with someone else's blog, a company blog or a specific blog that might be related to the industry that your app is representing. And again, you can do that by specifically identifying the URL address. You also could specify right here in the search box what you wanted it to search for. So for example, I'm going to put in Boston Bruins, and it will immediately pull up specific URLs related to the Boston Bruins. I can then pick this particular thing happens to be a news feed. When I clicked here, the URL immediately populated up here in the URL field, and then I can click apply. And you now can see that the Bruins news feed is being pulled directly into the app. There really isn't a limit to the RSS feed information that you can pull in. You can even do a more generic search, for example, weather, and this will pull up any number of feed options. And again, clicking on any one of those feeds will then allow you to pull that URL into the URL field here, hit apply, and have that feed imported into your mobile app. The second way that you can bring an RSS feed in is by using the RSS element, also called a button. You're going to do that by going to a new tab. This is just a blank screen that you have in your app, and you're going to drag the button over to the screen. You're going to see exactly the same format come up as you did for the RSS tab, and the functionality that we just discussed works exactly the same way by selecting the URL that you are looking for. In this case, we are going to look up the Boston Globe, and you can see right here is the feed for the Boston Globe. We're going to click on it. It's automatically populated in the URL. We hit apply, and now my button is configured so that when a user pushes on the button, it will bring up the RSS feed for the Boston Globe. Really, the key difference between utilizing the tab and the button for an RSS feed is that when you've used a tab, which sits down here at the lower level, in this case you have the RSS tab, when a user clicks on that tab, what they see come up is the RSS feed that you have defined. When you utilize a button, as we did here, you might have a number of different elements on this page altogether. So RSS feed may be one of the items on this page. Perhaps you're creating a company profile page and you want to put a number of things here like your website, a call button with a predefined phone number, an email button with a predefined email address, your Facebook page link, and your RSS feed. All of those things could be put on this one screen, RSS feed being one of those particular items. So just to recap, there are two standard ways that you can bring RSS feeds into your mobile app in the Snappy platform. One is utilizing the RSS button that you are going to drag and drop here and configure as we have previously discussed. Or you can use the RSS tab, which again we dragged over. And in this case, when the user clicks on it, they see our predefined RSS information, which was the Boston Bruins news feed. There is a third way to bring an RSS or XML feed into your app, and that is by way of creating a web services connector. That allows information, for example, from your Salesforce database to be populated within your app. That is done through an XML feed and a web services connection. The information is brought into the app and configured in a much different way than the two options I've shown you here. And we do have a video available on our Snappy App YouTube channel, which will walk you step by step through how to create that data connector using your XML feed. You can also find detailed instructions in our user manual on the resources page of the snappy.com website.